What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the new episode review of The Real Housewives of Dubai. This is season 1, episode number 2, you guys. The GOAT is the name of the episode, you guys. So before we go ahead and jump to this episode review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel and are not subscribed to the channel, then do me a solid favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video. And with that, you guys, without further ado, let's get into the Real Housewives of Dubai, shall we? Alright, you guys, so I gotta be honest, Real Housewives of Dubai, and not 100% feeling it, but there is one person that I am drawn to, and it is Chanel Ayan. Oh my God, Chanel Ayan is a riot, man. I fucking love Chanel Ayan. So I do know for a fact that I don't like Carolyn Stansberry. Carolyn Stansberry, I saw this picture that Caroline posted. It was a picture of the entire cast. So you had Lisa, Chanel, Brooks, Stanberry, Nina, and Sarah. They were all in the picture. So Chanel was on one end, Lisa was on the other end. Caroline cropped those two out, and all you see is Caroline, Nina, Sarah, and Brooks. And I'm pretty sure if Brooks was on the end, she probably would have cut her out too. I was like, wait a minute, you cropped out the other two black women. Like, I just don't like when this is one thing about Housewives when I don't like when they integrate them. Either let them be all black or all white. I know that might sound terrible, but I just don't like it when they integrate, because it just doesn't really bode well. So speaking of Caroline, let's talk about her. Baby, Sergio is making sure he's going to be seen, because Sergio is so far, last episode and this episode, Sergio is in every freaking scene with Stanberry. So Caroline's house that she's living in, I guess Caroline is renting that house. I thought she owned it. But she tells us she's building a house, and she's getting ready to, it'll be built. Well, they filmed this last year, so they're getting ready. So they should be pretty soon moving into her house. So she says you can't get a house in Dubai if you're self-employed. I'm like, wow, that sounds stupid. You have to put down 30 to 40%, and it has to be in cash. So we see her, she has Brooks over and Sarah over. Now I will say, the people that I can see that I'm gonna like on this show is Ayan, Sarah, and Lisa. Brooks, no. Brooks is a no for me. Who else is a no for me? Nina is a no for me, and so is Stanberry. So then they talk about the party with Chanel Ayan, and I like the fact that Sarah was defending Chanel, because Sarah was like, when she looked at Ayan, you could tell that Chanel was triggered by something. You don't know what it is, but you could tell that she was triggered by something. But Caroline couldn't be bothered to give a fuck. And I can't be bothered to give a fuck about Caroline Stansberry. So you guys, let's pause here and move forward. Next up, you guys, let's talk about Nina real quick. It ain't much with Nina either. So this episode was revolving around Thanksgiving. So we see Nina. So you guys know that. Now, I didn't know what an expat was. So I now know what an expat is. So of the women, I think all of them are expats with the exception of Sarah. I think Sarah is the only one that's from the UAE. But Nina she's from Lebanon. I know she said her family lived in Lebanon. She came to America. I think Nina's the one that lived in Austin. And she was talking about Thanksgiving. And so she's hosting Thanksgiving, and we see her with, she has her family, as well as Sarah and her son. So we find out about Nina, she and her husband. So I guess when she first met her husband, he didn't really have any money like that, but he got into Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff, and he's amassed his wealth. And they lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. I think she said a studio apartment. She told us how they met. They met through her cousin, something like that. I really want to listen to it. I couldn't care. What else? What else about Nina? Oh, she did talk about how she learned English. She said that she learned English from she learned English watching All My Children and listening to music. Like, my mom used to tell me that I learned my alphabets from Wheel of Fortune. Like, that's how I learned my alphabets, Wheel of Fortune. So then Sarah tells us about her past. So Sarah is twice divorced. Her son said 3 times, but she says no, it's twice. I can vouch for this. It's literally twice. Like I said, I like Sarah, you guys. That dinner though, nothing wrong with the food. Everything wrong with that where they have the dinner at. So it looked like it's a big ass Ferris wheel. So it's moving, baby. I don't want to be moving while I'm eating my food. That's not something that I would want. I don't want to be moving while eating my food. And then I don't want to be able to see the water either. It would just throw me all the way off. But you know, they had a good time. Would not have been me, bitch. Definitely wouldn't have been me. So you guys, let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys, next up, let's talk about Brooks. The first thing that I want to say about Brooks is, girl, whoever does your wigs, fire them yesterday. Because when she kept looking down, I was like, oh, Brooks, stop looking down. Because that wig, like I said last week, whoever did her wig and that part, it looks like Moses parted it with when he parted the Red Sea, because that wig is an absolute no. So she's having date night with Lisa. So we find out that Lisa and Brooks have known each other since, I believe she said, since Lisa was pregnant with her son Max. I forget which one that is. I don't know if that's her oldest or if that's her middle child, or if it's her baby. But she's known her since she has one of her kids. But I mean, her baby, he just turned 3 years. He just turned 3. Because I saw her Instagram. She celebrated his birthday. I think it was yesterday. So, Brooks is going to be the messy one of this cast. I can see that. So, Brooks is talking to Lisa about the fact that she saw this post from Nina, who says that, you know, a blonde and a brunette, and she's saying that Caroline Stansberry is her bestie. And she's feeling some type of way because I guess at some point Nina didn't like Caroline Stansberry, and Milan says, yeah, you know, she told me, and these are the good things that she said about her, that she's ghetto, she's ratchet. I was like, you said ghetto and ratchet to a black woman about a white woman? Now I don't care about her calling Caroline ratchet or ghetto. I don't really care about that. I'm just like, you said that to Milan. Okay. So then they talked about Chanel Ayan, and I guess with Chanel Ayan, she and Brooks have a up and down relationship. So it is what it is. You know, when you think about Chanel Ayan and Brooks, they give me Kim Zolciak and Nene Leakes, and they're also giving me Karen Hugert and Giselle Bryant. That's what they're giving me. But you guys, let's pause here and move forward to the... All right, you guys, so I want to talk about Sarah before I talk about Lisa and Ayan. So we see Sarah. So Sarah is cooking with her son. She tells us that when it comes to raising her son, she's not raising him with the toxic masculinity traits that the men in Dubai typically are raised with. So, now, didn't they say in last week's episode that, I guess, basically what your interpretation of Dubai is not actual reality in some instances, like how the women don't all walk around with their entire bodies covered? But okay. So then we see her and her son, they're eating food. I was with her son. So when I used to work for Hertz back in the day, there are a lot of, and actually I don't even know what those people, I don't know what they are. I don't want to say they're Middle Eastern people. Hell, they could be African. But it would be a group of people that was, when we would go to the airport to exchange a car, it would be a group of people. They would all sit together. They would all be on lunch, and I would be looking at them. It was kind of interesting to watch them eat, because I always think about cross contamination I really, when I see people eat like this, I just think, there's cross contamination. So they eat with their hands, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't have an issue with you eating with your hands. But Nina's eating, she's showing her son how they used to eat. They eat with their hands on the floor. Absolutely wouldn't be for me. I'm not eating on no floor, and I'm not eating with my hand. If it ain't finger food, I'm not eating it with my hands. So they would be, like I said, they would be sitting at a table, and it would be a big spread. And like say if a person has a tortilla, and there's some dip, the person would have their tortilla. They would take it, dip it, eat it, and then take the rest of it off, dip it, eat it. But everyone would be dipping into the same food. I just couldn't. I couldn't, you guys. I'm sorry. That just would not be for me. Ugh. But I was with her son. Baby, give me a fork, give me a spoon, give me a knife, give me whatever, and also give me a table and a chair. So we see later in the episode, Ayan and her wig went over there. So I noticed one thing about Ayan. I think it's a tradition for her and her culture. If someone invites you to their home, you come presenting a gift, and that is exactly what she's done in this episode. She did it with she did it with Sarah, and she also did it with Lisa. So with Sarah, she brought her some onions. I was like, some onions, girl, what? But again, I love me some Chanel Ayan. So they talk about their upbringings. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I wasn't really 100% listening to Sarah's upbringing. I was more so focused on Chanel Ayan. So Chanel Ayan, she talks about her mom and her dad. They were, I believe they were together, but her dad, he just got up and left, leaving her mom with the kids. So she said she hasn't talked to her dad in 26 years. She doesn't forgive him. She says he beat her and that he tied her to a tree. How do you tie a child to a tree? And she also says that her dad told her to come to him one time, but her sister said don't go there because he's going to try to sell you off. And she was 14 years old. Not sell her off, sell her off to be married to someone is what I mean. I don't get with those arranged marriages where, I don't get with those. I want for Chanel to just, go and get some therapy because I think she needs it, and it's not even for her father, it'll be for herself. But you guys, let's pause here and move forward. All right, guys, so next up, let's talk about Lisa. So we see Lisa, and she went shopping at the supermarket. So the supermarket, so much like how it's, but see, these are Muslim people. So they do sell pork in Dubai, but if you're a non-Muslim, then you can go in where the pork is. But I guess if you are Muslim, you can't go in there because Muslim people don't eat pork. So Nina called Lisa while she was out to discuss Chanel Ayan, and you could tell that Lisa was not listening to shit that she was saying, because she was like, yeah, okay. She was not paying her the slightest bit of attention, but she kept talking, and Bravo kept playing the footage like she was just rambling. Bitch, when Lisa went to that checkout stand to check out, she spent over $1,000. I was like, girl, what did you buy? Jesus, what is the cost of food over there? Absolutely not. So for Thanksgiving dinner, Lisa invited Ayan over. So Ayan, she brought, remember I told you guys she brought Sarah a gift for inviting her to her home. Well, she brought Lisa a gift too, and she brought her a god dang old goat. I was like, a goat? Bah, bah. But I like the fact that she comes bearing gifts. Kind of weird gifts, but she comes bearing gifts nonetheless. So then they sit down, and Ayan just thanks Lisa for being a good friend to her, being there to support her, unlike Nina, who doesn't want to take a side. And I think it's funny. Nina doesn't want to take a side, but everyone so far has said that you didn't, and it's not saying that your opinions can't change of a person, but you yourself didn't like Caroline Stansberry when you first met her, so there must have been a reason that you didn't like the woman. So, okay, I'm gonna leave Nina alone on that situation. I'm gonna leave Nina alone. So you guys, let's pause here and wrap up with our girl Chanel Ayan. All right, you guys. So Chanel, she had a lunch with Nina. Baby, Chanel is gonna take over a scene, and I love it. She gonna outdress you, even if it ain't the best looking outfit. She is going to stunt on your ass, and I love it. But what killed me was when she called Nina mashed potatoes with no butter, and I think the biggest thing besides the fact that she's just blunt that makes her funny is her accent. Because like when she was talking about Caroline Stan, she showed me that she's blue, and I can't see her as orange because she's blue. She can't see orange. I was just like, oh my god, she is hilarious. So they talk about Thanksgiving, right? And I told you guys Nina loves Thanksgiving because she celebrated it here in America. So Chanel says in her interview she doesn't understand Thanksgiving. She says, I don't understand Thanksgiving because there are many colonizers that came to my country that shouldn't have been there. So I was like, oh my god, but she ain't lying. Hell, colonizers are very common. I mean, we know about colonizers. So Ayan then asked her why didn't she stand up for her, and it's really interesting because Nina says she's trying to diffuse it, but the only person you were talking to was Chanel. But it was Chanel, it was Brooks, and it was Stansberry. But you only addressed her. So yeah, y'all know when I'm on somebody's side, I'm on somebody's side. So I'm on Chanel's side. So then Ayan tells her about her father, and here's the thing with Nina. Nina does say that when she met Stansberry, she didn't like her. And Chanel, once again, she says she's a flip-flopper. And before she even said it out of her mouth, I was like, so you are a flip-flopper? Because I was like, you flip-flopping? She says, flip-flopper, skyscraper, I see you climbing a motherfucking sky. I was just like, oh my god. And she's boarding. Bitch, when I tell y'all, that girl is hilarious. Chanel Ayan is the only reason that Chanel. Oh shit, I didn't even have my microphone on. I hope you guys can hear me. Chanel and Lisa are the only reasons that I am watching this show, you guys. I so hope you guys can hear me, because if not, I'm about to redo this video. But that's the episode, you guys. Let me know. I really hope you guys can hear me, but I'm pretty sure you could. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications. Share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. I really hope I don't have to re-record this video. Jesus.